these are the strongest fingers on YouTube. That actually hurt? Maybe not. So I put my digits through 7 days of absolute torture to see if I could turn them into something even Levon would be proud of. Wrap your ice packs in your sports wrap because these fingers are about to undergo the most painful transformation they will ever see. And we're finally here. Day 1 of training my fingers for 7 days. Which takes us to my very expensive home gym, my bedroom. I have a crippling feeling that this is not going to be fun. Ow, oh no. I don't want to do this anymore. Oh Christ. That did not feel good. That did not feel good. And also because I hate myself. So let's get warmed up so we don't break ourselves. So while I do already have a little experience in training my fingers, I want to say it's been nearly a year now that I've actually done a solid working set with my fingers. And you will find out soon enough why I was skipping it, because it f***ing hurts. Alright, now I'm starting to feel it a little bit. These top joints right here. Oh Christ. It was at this point in the workout when I began to remember why I stopped training my fingers all those months ago. Oh, Christ. Little forearm burn in there too. I don't know why it's so much harder than regular planks. Oh, probably couldn't. Oh, holy shit. Oh, bending my fingers. It aches. And my hand is doing this weird thing with my joint right here. I'm just trying to... Oh, that's weird. And now we move on to fingertip push-ups, where not only are we still building more volume on our fingers, but we are also exposing them to different weight distributions as we go from the bottom position to the top position, etc. It's also a lot harder than just a regular push-up because you don't have a lot of surface area to push from, and also your fingers hurt. See, my freaking... Ooh. So I'm not going to train to complete failure this session because I want to save at least a little bit of energy for tomorrow. But if I'm fully recovered by day 2 of the challenge, I should be able to experiment with properly training to failure during more sets. Please. I can feel my skin stretching. And with that, we are done with day 1 of this challenge. My fingers hurt, and I'm gonna try to hold my utensils for dinner. See you on day 2. Hey guys, it is now day 2 of this challenge, and I just got up for school like 20 something minutes ago, and my fingers still kind of ache to bend, and it is pissing me off a little bit. I'm gonna have to deal with it while I cook breakfast and get dressed for the day. I then proceeded to cook the most diabolical breakfast burrito mankind has ever laid eyes upon, despite my fingers feeling like overcooked spaghetti noodles. Just look at this thing, 4 different meats in one little package, and it all went into my mouth. Wait. And after another boring day at school, I think it's safe to say that it was a pretty uneventful day, except any activity having to do with my hands. Like typing, writing, or putting on my shoes. I haven't experienced this much difficulty in simply holding a pencil since my forearm activation peaked at 13. However, my fingers feel fine right now because they've had time to rethink their life throughout the day, probably due to the increased blood flow. So, like what any sane person would say, let's do it again. And considering the fact that my fingers currently aren't screaming in pain, it means we clearly did something wrong last session. And while I'm still going to warm up and do my warm-up sets, the working sets are probably gonna look a little more different. And when I say that today's working sets are going to be different, this is what I mean. While I would love to continue adding time to my finger planks and do finger planks for 10 minutes, I actually wouldn't love that. I figured I'd just wear my backpack. Right before I started recording this, I actually weighed it and it was about 10 pounds. So I'm going to be wearing this and also inserting this somewhere in it. I am now going to try the first set with the 15-pound backpack. Wish me luck. Doesn't feel too bad. Oh, it definitely feels heavier. Oh, Christ. Oh. Actually, the even 15 pounds isn't too hard, and it isn't too easy. So I actually think 15 was the perfect number in this situation. Wait a second.
Holy crap, it is hard to see on camera, but just one set in with the extra weight, I have already got veins popping. Going into the second set, I thought it'd feel similar to the first. Oh boy, was I wrong.
If this foreshadows the rest of the challenge, I might just quit. I thought that training my fingers would make my fingers actually feel strong, but turns out it just makes writing essays hurt more than they already do. The skin on my knuckles.
My fingers were already feeling the extra weight, but going into my first set of push-ups, I encountered the most unexpected feeling in this challenge yet.
That actually felt really good. What the hell? I felt this really weird sensation of actually being comfortable and feeling quite powerful on my fingertips. I think it's because I'm not just training with body weight, but I'm training with more weight added to me. So it's not only more intense, but I'm pushing more, if that makes any sense. Even though it still hurt my fingers more than forcing your foot in a shoe, it actually felt nice. Whatever I said last set about it feeling good, just completely forget about it.
As I approached the end of day 2, my fingers were already starting to ache, but unbeknownst to me, it was only going to get worse from here.
Oh. Nope, I can't. Hold on. Ow. I'm just gonna lay here. Push. I don't want to do this anymore. After just 2 days of this challenge, I can now confidently say that I can lose thumb wars against children. After this challenge, I better have built fingers of steel, and my guitar will not know what the hell hit it. And now, to make sure that my fingers are sore by tomorrow, I'm going to do a little burnout with my body weight.
I then proceeded to completely and utterly destroy my fingers, without knowing that this would be one of the worst mistakes I make the entire week.
Holy crap, guys, hold on, I need to show you guys something.
I didn't realize this until just now, but you can just barely see mild bruising in the knuckles of my fingers. My knuckles are slightly darker than the rest of my hand.
My hands are literally bruising. What?
I was training my fingers with such intensity that my knuckles were starting to show visible signs of stress.
I'm not going to put my fingers on ice right now, but in case the bruising continues, probably ice it to make sure that I don't actually hurt myself. Because while it might be good for drama, I don't want to break my finger. We have successfully reached day 3 of this challenge. It has been well over 24 hours since my last finger workout, and yet my fingers are still bruised, and they still hurt enough to the point where if I were to go see my doctor, they'd probably tell me to give her a turn. However, I am not giving up that easily because I have a goal that I've had for a long time. This goal is to be able to hold a full planche on my fingertips. So by the end of this challenge, I will attempt to hold a full planche on my fingertips, being assisted with a band because I can't hold a full planche. Fingertip strength will be there. It is a goal very few have achieved, which is why I am going to try it. Because they say Rome wasn't built in a day, but it probably wasn't built in a week either, so I don't know where I'm going with this. And considering the fact that my fingers are still bruised and sore from yesterday, means that I did more than enough yesterday. What that also means is that I should do it again. So today we're not going to be trying anything super fancy, just trying to keep up with what we did the other session, since my fingers are still sore. Day 3 wasn't anything special except the part where I continuously pissed off my fingers. So I just got back home from school, ignore the Christmas lights, and my fingers have been aching all day. It's not like a muscle soreness ache. Like, that would be a good ache, a sign that, well, I'm training it enough, and it feels good. No, this ache is just annoying. Every time I bend my fingers, it's so uncomfortable. You know how when you're doing a pushing exercise, but your form is a little off, so your shoulder kinda hurts? Well, imagine that, but in every single joint in your finger. We're only 4 days into this challenge, and my joints are already filling out HR complaints. Do you realize how weird it was for someone to ask me, Draven, what's your split look like today? And I say I have fingers. All 7 days. Welcome to day 4 of training to play rock, paper, scissors with the gods. If my fingers aren't tiny little dumbbells by the end of this challenge, I'm going to love and take care of myself. And starting today, I will be strictly doing every exercise in reverse grip. That's right, because everyone knows that a fingertip planche is usually held in a supinated grip. And also because I hate myself. Reverse grip makes it a lot more difficult to balance and places a lot more weight on the thumbs. So maybe, just maybe, if my thumbs get strong enough, I can become a professional hitchhiker. Since we just introduced this new rule, I'm only going to be doing all my working sets body weight, just to test it out. Oh, it's so uncomfortable. It's a lot harder to get a grip. Ooh. Ow. Oh, my fingers are already starting to hurt. Oh, I've definitely lost endurance. That's for sure. Never get over how uncomfortable this is. I feel like this is the fitness equivalent of trying to write with your non-dominant hand. It feels awkward, it looks worse, and you only continue doing it because you convinced yourself that if you do it enough, you'll become ambidextrous. Hello. Bro, get out of here. I don't think I can accurately express how much more awkward doing the sets in reverse grip are. It is so much more focused on the wrists and the elbows actually flexing forward that I actually kind of have to lean forward a little bit to have a more natural feeling movement pattern, or else I'm just doing this, which doesn't really work. And leaning forward more puts even more pressure on my thumbs, which I'm definitely feeling at the moment.
Moving on to my last push-up set of the session, I decided to push this one to failure, which was definitely not a good idea.
Oh, Christ. Come on, come on. Oh, ow. Ah. Oh no, that. Ow, oh. Oh, that was a bad idea.
So with the bruising on my knuckles getting worse and the skin on my thumbs visibly stretched and irritated, I call off the work until tomorrow.
Guys, I have unlocked a new level of finger and grip strength I have never had before. It is only day 4 into this challenge, and I'm already doing things that I've never done before. Alright. You see, pull-up bar, 1 finger, each hand. Never done this before, by the way. One finger. I can't express enough how much that actually hurt, but I've never done that before. And I've never trained for it specifically, like ever, only attempts. The only finger conditioning I have ever done is the training I've been doing all this week. However, considering the new skill I've unlocked, I'm considering changing up the routine a bit. So I just realized that today isn't actually the 4th day, but the 5th day of this challenge. Thank God. If I have to put my fingers through an extra day of this torture, I don't think I'm going to be able to use them ever again. It still aches, like after I'm done with a set, but it doesn't ache as much to where I'm literally grabbing onto my fingers and holding back tears. Because at that point, I probably didn't even have functioning fingers to hold back the tears. So last set left off with my fingers feeling a little achy, but it's only been like a minute and my fingers already feel like they're ready for another set. Was my good night's sleep last night just the answer to all of my problems? So I'm going to do another set right now and see how it feels. That one hurt a little bit, but now the ache is gone. It's just gone. What? Alright, it's kind of still there, like in my thumbs, because I was leaning a whole lot, and I did the push-up, but it's like gone. I could just do it again. My endurance over the past few days must have just skyrocketed. I'm going to rest for a minute or two and then do a set of push-ups. This is crazy. If my fingers aren't as strong as Goku's by the end of this, I think I might as well just give up now. I feel like I can do more. Hold on. Okay, never mind. Got a little ahead of myself. My endurance has pretty much like doubled. 3rd and last set of push-ups. Let's try 10 unbroken.
But what I didn't know is that something would go wrong in this set. Very wrong.
That's not good. That did not feel good. Oh, Christ. That did not feel good. I just felt an incredibly sharp pain all up my forearm. Oh, that hurt.
I'm not sure if I was gripping the ground too tight. I'm not sure if it's an overuse thing, but I'm going to leave push-ups alone for now and transition into fingertip hangs. And hopefully it doesn't come back. So as we've already established, I cannot hang onto the bar with one finger for more than 3 seconds. So first we're going to start with 2 fingers. 2 very specific fingers. Don't question it. So that was about 16 seconds. I could probably go for 20 if I wasn't trying to do 3 sets. I have never trained any sort of fingertip dead hang ever, so this is a completely new experience for me. I think it probably would be a good idea to try to balance my pushing finger strength as well as my hanging and pulling finger strength at the same time. I feel like that would be a good way to balance out my stats per se. Second set. So along with the lines across my finger indicating that I applied a lot of pressure to them, the underside of my fingers now feel like leather. I'm going to do 2 fingers and then drop set to 3 to see if I can get a little extra volume. My skin did not like that. Wait, drop set, right. Ow. I think the most unpleasant part about that was the stretch in my pinky finger. And after about 9 sets of pure torture, I can say that day 5 was actually a really good day, all things considered. Massive increase in endurance and a completely new skill unlocked that I've never been able to do before. These past few days have been beating me up, and I was beginning to think that I wasn't actually going to make any progress. That this entire time I was breaking down my fingers more and more and more with no actual improvement in sight. So hopefully this day is only a little bit of what is to come. See you tomorrow for day 6. Dear Diary, today is day 6 of the Fingertip Training Challenge, aka the eve to the end of my suffering, and I can now safely assume that my fingers are now stronger than my current mental state. I strongly believe that my fingers have entered a new realm of endurance and strength. Despite how hard I was pushing myself last session, and possibly even the session before, my fingers don't feel sore anymore. Comparing today to day 2, my fingers feel like nothing. So, I think it's time to bring the backpack back. The backpack back. I'm done. Cue the training montage. Going into my workout for day 6, I had my eyes on the prize. I did everything in my power to prepare myself for day 7. Every rep, every hold was one step closer to my ultimate goal. Alright, it is day 7, which means it's the weekend, baby. Let's go! It has officially been 7 full days of training my fingers. These right here. Oh my god. This has been probably the simplest, but the hardest challenge I have done so far, which is quite a low bar since I haven't really done that many challenges, like, at all. But still, this was not easy. But that also means
You know what time it is.
6 full days of torture, unimaginable finger cramps, bruising knuckles, countless doubts, and absolutely zero ice packs, all leading to this one singular moment.
It is time to see if I can hold my entire body weight with straight arms on my fingers. And just for reference, this is me doing a normal P-bar planche with the same assistance that I'm going to try the fingertip one. Oh, that hurt my wrist. Alright, and the parallettes go away. This is the ultimate moment of truth. This has been a dream skill of mine for so long. Oh my goodness. I'm a little nervous. Oh dude, it's just a fingertip planche. Get over it. Resistance band goes on. Situate my hands. Grasp on the hardwood. And lean. Come on, come on. Ow! Oh, my thumbs. Does that count? Does that count? I'm gonna try one more time. Hold on. A little bit closer to the door frame this time. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! Yes! I don't know how clean that was, but holy shit! That was so cool! Oh! Oh, my forearms. Oh man, that hurt a lot more than the parallel plant. Oh, I'm gonna have to condition my thumbs more. Oh my goodness. And this band is only like 35 pounds? Well, why should we stop here? Let's see what else my fingers can. Wait, what the fuck? Yes! Yes! 3 fingers. Alright, so this is a challenge I've never actually tried before, and it's to split an apple with your bare hands. I've heard that this challenge is quite difficult, but I also think there's a certain technique to it, like this. Press in a little bit, split it with like your thumbs or something. Oh, Christ. You're not pressing, you're sort of pulling apart. I did it! Holy crap, I did it! 17-year-old calisthenics athlete splits an apple with his bare hands without ever trying it before. And with that, gravity is just a guideline. See you next time.